Hey mathematicians, we're going to do a quick review of solving two-step equations as well as what it looks like when we make tape diagrams of those equations. So I'm going to do a couple of these with you and then I will let you guys do your own thing. Question number 1 says x minus 2 equals 5. A lot of you remember from last year we can draw the arrow down and then do the opposite of whatever is happening to x. So since x has 2 subtracted from it, we're going to add 2. And these are additive inverses or zero pairs, so they become 0, and we can see that x is equal to 7. But I also want you to please be in the habit of being able to visualize that tape diagram, what that would look like. So for example, this one, we know we have a bar equal to 5. And when we take x and we subtract 2, we end up with 5. So I know that this difference of 2 will get me to x. So we can kind of prove here that x has to be 7. For number 2, we have p plus 1 equals 4. Again, we can draw the line and we can subtract. Equals negative 4. And we can subtract and all that jazz. Or we can draw our diagram. In this case, we would draw p and 1. And that would be equal to negative 4. So I can see here that what number must I add to 1 to get to negative 4? Well, we get into negatives, so it's a little bit tricky here, but you can see that it would be a negative 5. So p equals negative 5. Number 3, we have a over 4, or a fourths, or a divided by 4, depending on how you want to look at it, is equal to 2. So when we get into division, it gets a little bit trickier. But we're saying that a, so this whole thing is a, divided into 4 equal pieces will get me 2. So each piece is equal to 2. And I can see here that I've got 4 pieces all added up. That gets me 8. I can double check it. Is 8 divided by 4 equal to 2? Yes. Can I also use inverse operations? Yes. A is being divided by 4. Multiply both sides by 4. 4 over 4 is 1, so I'm left with 1a on the left-hand side, and 2 times 4 is 8 on the right-hand side. And last, we'll do number 4 together. 5 times m equals 10, so I can draw out my diagram. I'm going to put 5 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did it, yay me. And each of these is worth m. And the whole diagram, the whole piece of tape, is worth 10. So we know we can either take 10 and split it up into 5 equal pieces, or I can say, what number can I add repeatedly over and over and over again to get to 5? Or to get to 10. Well, it's obviously going to be 2. M equals 2. And we can use our inverse operations by saying, okay, this is multiplication. The opposite of multiplying is division. 5 over 5 simplifies to 1. Our goal is always to get 1 times the variable or the variable plus 0, because multiplying by 1 or adding 0 doesn't change anything. And then 10 divided by 5 gets us our 2. So now I'm going to have you all practice with your partners. And in addition to solving it, I do want you to give those tape diagrams a try. It may be challenging, but I think you can do it.